Hello everyone and welcome back to our video diary series. I'm Henry Higgins and it's been an eventful week, all things considered. First of all, as usual, we will talk about the DDP Yoga and the exercising. That has been great this week. As we mentioned last week, we were going to shake things up. The A and B mixtapes were being amalgamated into one giant session. That was Monday, Wednesday and Friday, with the bespoke workout being on the Tuesday and the Thursday. They went exceedingly well. I was very happy with how they went. It was tough, as obviously it was a ramp up from the previous few weeks, but I got through it. I did struggle towards the end of each session, but I managed to get through it and had that feeling of accomplishment that comes with a job well done, and that is giving me the confidence and the push to continue that next week. Diet was switched around a little bit as well. I found the 4 containers that I used to use. I thought I'd lost them, but I found them. So I switched back to the carrot and celery diet, for lack of a better way of putting it, which is buy a bunch of carrots and a pack of celery from the supermarket, chop them up, dice them up, and put them in these 4 tubs, which covers 4 days of the week. I am allowed a cheat day, which is the Friday. When Josh is here, we have a takeaway. That is not changing. So for the first 4 days of the week, it was breakfast was a cereal bar and 2 pints of milk. Then I had my celery and my carrots for an evening meal. That was all I ate Monday through Thursday. When it came to Friday, as I said, we had takeaway, which isn't the healthiest thing, but I believe that if you resist completely, eventually you will crack and you will have a major blowout, and that will make you feel much worse. If you know this is the day that I am going to cheat the diet, and that's the only day that you're going to cheat the diet, you can work around it, and I'm finding that is going to be how I want to go forward, at least in the short term, until, say, we'll check it again at the end of October. We'll see how it's going there. I did ask the DDP Yoga team to have a look over the exercises in my bespoke mixtape to give me some suggestions to freshen it up, keep the overall structure but take some things out and put some things in. They have responded. I am waiting on their further response with their actual suggestions. So for now, we're going to continue with what we have ready and set up. So we'll wait and we'll see what they come up with. Josh is here this weekend and we had our traditional movie night. We were going to go with The Lost Boys, but we decided to go with Tom Cruise starring Edge of Tomorrow. Lost Boys will be watched, just not this weekend, and he absolutely loved that movie. He said it's one of the best movies he's ever seen. He enjoyed every aspect of it, and he asked if there's going to be a sequel, which there was meant to be. I'm not exactly sure how far into any pre-production that has gone, other than a basic outline of a script. But we'll see. The movie itself, in case you don't know, is kind of like a video game, Groundhog Day, Independence Day type thing, where an alien race has crashed onto Earth on a meteorite and is actually wiping us out. Tom Cruise stars as, against type, as a bit of a snivelling coward who ends up being stuck in a time loop. Every time he dies in this war, he goes back to the day before the war and he gets a little better and a little better. And the writer of the manga, which the movie is based on, All You Need Is Kill, actually based his idea on his experience from playing video games, specifically things like first-person shooters and such like, where you have spawn points, so you die and you go back to a previous checkpoint, knowing what's going to be coming up, so you adapt your skills and what you've learned to bypass what killed you the first time, but then you may die a second time, and you learn and learn and learn. So it's a really, really novel way of putting that on screen. And for that reason, it's actually one of the best video game to movie adaptations. simply because it's not adapting a video game specifically, but the concept of that type of video game. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend you check it out, and I would recommend you checking out movies of the decade for its year of release when we get to that episode to see if Edge of Tomorrow actually makes the cut in the top 10, if not the best movie of that year. We also tried a 2-player game that was free download on the PS Store called Fantasy Strike. It's utter shite, so I would heartily recommend you avoid it. You get the tutorial and you get one-on-one fighting, but anything other than that you actually have to pay extra for, which is ridiculous, so that was quickly deleted from the hard drive. As touched upon at the beginning of the video, I was only in work for 3 days last week because we had a bank holiday on the Monday in the UK, so we were all off on the Monday, and then I used some of my holiday allowance, my leave days, to take Friday and tomorrow, Monday, off. So I've had a long weekend this weekend as well, which means I will also have a short weekend work next week with only 4 days. Work has been fantastic. The company is continuing to grow, get back to where it was pre-lockdown, pre-COVID. I definitely believe that we're past the worst of it, and I look forward to seeing how we round out 2020 and look forward to 2021, where hopefully all of us can start putting this behind us. One thing that has given an appearance of normality is that the cinemas have reopened. New Mutants and Tenet are the big movies that have opened nationwide here in the UK. The local cinema hasn't opened as of yet. The facility, the gallery, has opened for some things. It also has a restaurant and a cafe in there. They have opened. The cinema hasn't opened yet, but I'm hoping that is going to be sooner rather than later. I do want to see New Mutants in the cinema. I do want to see Tenet, and Black Widow will be out soon as well. I'm guessing that if they haven't opened for Tenet and New Mutants, that they will open for Black Widow. It is arguably a bigger movie, a larger tentpole movie, likely to get more people into the cinemas, so that may be where they decide to open their doors, but time will tell. Elsewhere, the shops are gearing up for Halloween. Even though we've only hit September, it is the next big holiday day, and some of the shops are even stocking up on Christmas things, which at the beginning of September is ridiculous. However, it has prompted me to actually look at what people want for Christmas, hopefully get items in early so I can get all the Christmas shopping out the way by the end of October, which will then leave November and December and the November and December pay packets to deal with Christmas expenses such as Christmas dinner, and also for any nights out I don't have to worry about last minute presents. I say this every year, and every year I am still buying presents on Christmas Eve, whether I have finished or not. One year I had actually finished my Christmas shopping by the middle of September. Everyone who I needed to get presents for, everyone who I wanted to get presents for had been purchased, they had been wrapped, they had been stored securely for the big day, and I was still buying little things here, there, left, right and centre up until Christmas Eve. So when I say I'm done, I'm not done. However, it does take the pressure off, and that can only be a good thing. Filming and channel wise, filmed a little thing for Kate Nyx, who I've mentioned a number of times on previous videos. She's a good friend of the channel. We filmed some things for her, top secret things that will come to light by the end of this month. We are gearing up for season 3 of her Lullaby Lounge, which is obviously something to look forward to as well. Alongside the song that we mentioned in last week's video that we're quite excited about, that should be finished and released soon. We have been getting updates on it as the song is going on. Little tweaks here, little tweaks there. She is fine-tuning this thing. It's going to be epic when it's released, and I can't wait for all of you to experience it along with us. As it relates to this channel, we did film an unboxing video yesterday, which you can see by going to the main channel page and just seeing most recent videos. It's in there on some Bat Family figures from McFarlane Toys. Very impressed with them, but you can have a look for yourself to see why in the video. Tomorrow we have the second episode of the Movies of the Decade series going up. That will cover 2011. We saw from last week's video that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World came out on top for 2010. That's already in the final episode to battle out for the movie of the decade. So you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see which film from 2011 joins Scott Pilgrim in the countdown, the final countdown, to see which movie is crowned our actual top 10. Oh, fuck me sideways. So you'll have to tune in. So you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see which film from 2011 joins Scott Pilgrim in the final episode, the final countdown, to see which film is crowned the top movie of the 2010s. I hope to see you there. I hope to see your comments. We have gained 4 subscribers since putting that video up last week, which is a modest step forward for a small channel such as ourselves. It's also one of our most watched videos, which, being a small channel, is again a modest victory. It's got over 130 views, which we're proud of. So I look forward to presenting episode 2 tomorrow. Episode 3 for 2012 will follow that. But that's tomorrow and next week. For now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this episode of our video diary series. Thank you for the encouragement through private messages in relation to the DDP Yoga and the exercising. Thank you for following the channel. Thank you for following me on Twitter. Thank you for being friends on Facebook. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as it relates to yourself, be safe, wear a mask, look after yourself, and look after each other. Goodbye.